Alright guys, so the Olympics start tonight, and to celebrate the Olympic Games, here's a Pokemon battle! So here is a match with AndreChipote95, and this is a underused match, so let's see how it goes. He leads with a Relicanth, I lead with my Uxie. I don't really want to get head smashed because I don't really know what he's going to do. He ends up starting the Stealth Rocks up, so this is like a lead Relicanth. So now I'm going to set up my own Stealth Rocks. He's going to use the Toxic, allowing himself to fall asleep, but he Toxic my Uxie, and that's not in itself good. So I'm just going to go for the U-turn now, see if he switches, but he doesn't, he stays in, so he wants to see what I'm going to use first. So I just go on to Hitmonlee, and I'm just going to go for the close combat, thinking it'll do decent damage to anything that doesn't resist or immune. He ends up going out into a Toxicroak. While Toxicroak does resist fighting, his defenses really aren't too great, so I'm able to get a 2-hit KO. So I'm going to go for it. He does have the Vacuum Wave, which is a priority move, but Hitmonlee does live it, thankfully for me, and I'm able to get the 2-hit KO with close combat, so his Toxicroak will go down, which is, like I said, very good for me. So he goes out into his Zangoose now, and I was kind of fearing the Quick Attack, but I decided I wanted to try to go for the Mach Punch anyway. Doesn't work out for me. He just goes Quick Attack and kills me. I don't see any leftovers or Life Orbs, so I know he's probably choiced in some way. Whether it's Scarfed or Banded, I'm not quite sure yet. Even Scarf Zangoose does run Quick Attack, basically for other priority users like that. But anyway, I go for Rock Polish. He goes out into Milotic, and I don't really feel like staying in, risking not KOing with like Earthquake or something, so I got on the Uxie. I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt, thinking I'll get some damage on Milotic. However, he switches out into Relicanth, which is just as good for me because Thunderbolt is also good against Relicanth. It does about half, so that's not too shabby at all. So I'm just going to go for the Thunderbolt again, thinking maybe I can kill the Relicanth, but he's going to attempt to save his Relicanth and go out into Ludicolo. By the way, just something I noticed just now, his Relicanth has an amazing name for a sleeping Pokemon. I don't know how that happened, but okay, so he goes out into Ludicolo, and I hate Ludicolo with a passion because it's stupid dancing pineapple. I'm just going to go for the U-turn, it's super effective, and I want to switch out, so I get the U-turn, it does decent damage, I'm going to go out into Mismagius, not really sure what he's going to attempt to do. He ends up going for the Rain Dance, which kind of sucks, and I see that he has the Rain Dish, so I'm not really too afraid of this thing. I would have been more afraid if he was like, what was that called? I don't even remember. Swift Swim? I think they can get Swift Swim too. But anyway, I don't want to take a Surf on my Mismagius, so I go out into Uxie, pretty much as death fodder, and yeah, so the rain is still falling, and that Ludicolo is gaining way too much health. So I decided to go into Feraligatr now, and I'm just going to go for the Swords Dance, because I know Ludicolo's special defense is better than its defense, so I should be able to do some decent damage with Ice Punch after Swords Dance. But he goes Leech Seed, which means he's getting like Imp health a turn, because he gets the Rain Dish, he gets the Leech Seed, and he gets the Leftovers recovery, so that Ludicolo is just becoming a big pain in my butt right now. So I go for the Ice Punch, and I get the Freeze Hacks, which is kind of gay, or unfortunate for him. I mean, I'm sorry about that, dude. I don't really know what he was going to do. I don't know if he had the Energy Ball or Grass Knot or whatever, but yeah, he gets frozen. That sucks for him. I'm just going to go for the Ice Punch for the hopeful 2-hit KO, but he's going to attempt to save his Ludicolo. He just goes out on the Relicanth. I get the Ice Beam, or the Ice Punch off on that. But now I'm just going to go for the Earthquake. It's super effective against Relicanth and should be able to take it out. So he just leaves his Relicanth in, and it's going to die to the Earthquake. So at least my Feraligatr accomplished that. So here he goes out into, if memory serves correctly, Zangoose. And I know he's either probably going to Quick Attack or Close Combat, so I decided to go out into Mismagius, which is great because he does go for the Close Combat, predicting my Rhyperior. And that was really sweet for me because I know he's choice in some way, so I decided to set up the sub with my Mismagius. And there you go. So he goes out into Sceptile and tries to Energy Ball me, and that's going to break my sub. I'm just going to go for the Calm Mind, I think. Yeah, I go for the Calm Mind, so now I should be able to survive an Energy Ball pretty nicely. I'm just going to go for the Shadow Ball because I thought it could kill at this point. He does go for the Energy Ball, does a kind of decent chunk. I see he has Life Orb, so I go for the Shadow Ball. It doesn't quite kill him, unfortunately for me. But something weird happened, guys. I guess the first one was like min damage, and this one is like max damage, because I did not think this would KO, but it does KO me without a crit, so I guess that's the only explanation I have. So that kind of sucks. I lose my Miss Magus. I was going for the second Calm Mind. Oh well. So I go out into Feraligatr now. He goes out into Zangoose and just goes for the quick attack. I wanted to see what he'd lock himself into. I was just going for the Aqua Jet for damage. But now that I know he's locked into quick attack, I can go into Rhyperior. He goes into Milotic because his Milotic is Scarfed. It's actually Timid Scarf. So really, it came down to whether I Earthquaked or Rock Polished. Had I Rock Polished there, he would have won because his Milotic is Choice Scarfed, which is interesting. I was kind of thinking in the back of my mind because I didn't see leftovers, but that's really what the game came down to right there. That play. He was predicting a Rock Polish, so that sucks for him. So he goes out into Zangoose now, and close combats. Even with the choice band that he has, it doesn't kill me thanks to Solid Rock. And his last Pokemon is Ludicolo, which I can also KO. My last Pokemon was a Houndoom, so even though I died to the Life Orb Recoil, I win 1-0. So good game, AndreChipote. He's a good UU player. Thanks for battling. I'll leave a link to his profile in the description. Rate, comment, subscribe, guys, and see you next time. Alright, bye. And today's question of the day is, what is your favorite of the Olympic Games? As for me, I usually like to watch the volleyball and the tennis. I don't know why, I just find them interesting. I also like to watch the hockey. But leave a comment about your favorite of the Olympic Games. Are you guys excited about the Olympic Games starting up? Who's your country that you're rooting for? Obviously, I'm behind the U.S., but, yeah. Most of you will just probably say whatever country you're living in. So leave a comment about your favorite of the Olympic Games, and see you guys next time. Bye!